To apply Master Shield paint sealant to the vehicle, you will need, of course, 1 bottle of paint sealant, a supply of clean, fresh towels, including microfiber and or terry cloth towels, a wax applicator pad, and ideally an orbital polisher with nice, clean, dry pads to apply the paint sealant. The vehicle surface must be perfectly clean and dry before applying the paint sealant. Ideally, the surface temperature of the vehicle will be between 50 and 90 degrees. In the wintertime, you'll want to let it warm up. In the summertime, you'll want to let it cool down. Never apply paint sealant or any of the wax onto a hot surface or in the direct sunlight. Make sure that the vehicle is not only clean and dry, but free of any imperfections, scratches, swirl marks, acid rain. Any other kind of industrial fallout or contamination must be removed before applying the paint sealant. For this application, we'll be applying the Master Shield paint sealant by hand with a terry cloth wrapped wax applicator pad. First thing you want to do is shake your product well before each use. Remove the cap and then remove the inner seal that keeps the product fresh while it's on the shelf. Apply a small amount of product to the wax applicator pad evenly. I always like to apply a small amount to the paint as well. Without using extreme pressure, we're just going to lightly wipe the paint sealant onto the paint finish, going in large circular motions, making sure to cover the paint evenly without missing any areas. Apply a little extra paint sealant and continue. Don't try to do too large of an area at once. All painted surfaces will get covered with paint sealant. We want to make sure to keep it off any of the plastic trim that's on the vehicles, either the cowling, the trim, around the mirrors, or possibly around door handles or bumpers. Keep it off of the black pebble grain type trim. Once you're done applying the paint sealant, we're going to have to wait 15 to 20 minutes in order for it to properly dry and to cure on the paint. Ideally, we want to apply the paint sealant to the hood, the roof, the deck lid first, and then complete the sides with the rest of the paint sealant. 1 bottle of paint sealant will do the average size vehicle. Once the paint sealant has dried, typically 15 to 20 minutes, you should check it to make sure it's completely dry. In the winter months, it may take a little long for it to dry. Simply by taking a towel on your finger and lightly wiping a section of the paint sealant, you should see no smearing or smudging underneath, and the paint sealant should be dry. To remove the paint sealant, we're going to use an orbital polisher with clean, dry removal pads, or by simply placing a towel onto the vehicle. Using your orbital polisher, place it directly onto the towel. Make sure the cord does not drag down the sides of the vehicle. It's often easier to put it up over your shoulder, turn the polisher on, and go over the paint sealant lightly. Shouldn't use any pressure. to remove the paint sealant. Continue to remove the paint sealant from the entire vehicle. Once finished with the orbital, now we can take hand towels and go around and remove all extra paint sealant from around the nooks, crannies, cracks, and crevices, making sure we remove all the paint sealant from the painted surfaces. Make sure to remove the paint sealant out of any cracks, crevices, or any openings. It's always advisable to open all the doors, the hood, the trunk lid, wipe down the door jambs, remove any dust that may have settled. Make sure it's completely removed. You're now finished doing the paint sealant.